Hey guys, it's Rome here. So today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make some vegan meat. I've been through a whole bunch of stuff to try and come up with a perfect recipe, but finally found it and I'm gonna showcase it to you. So what you first need is some walnuts. Not a lot, about like 8 ounces or maybe a little bit more. I usually get a bag from Trader Joe's and just use half of that. And you have it and you just soak it in the bottle. This is a mason jar that I'm using. You could use any container that you need, and yeah, just soak it for at least 24 hours. And after that, put it in the pot, saute it, and get to work. So as you can see here, the sizzle from me sauteing it. Yeah, I use salt, turmeric, paprika, and that's that. All right, so after you saute the onions, you're gonna get 1 onion. You want about 8 ounces of onion. You want beets, about 8 ounces. And some mushrooms, 8 ounces. And goggles, if you're me. Why goggles? Because I don't want my eyes to burn when I'm cutting. So let's go ahead and dive in. So yeah, when you're prepping the onions and the beets, what you want to do is cube them or dice them. They don't have to be as small as possible, but small enough so that they can get in the pot. It doesn't have to be like centimeters small, but just enough so that however you do it, it's gonna be fine because it's all gonna end up in the blender anyway. All right, so now we're gonna saute everything together, or not saute, but pressure cook everything together. Got an Instapot. Gonna turn it on. And let's cook away. Yeah, 4 minutes is good enough time, so we'll wait and let's see what happens. All right, so this part of cooking is done for the mushrooms and for the onions and the beets. Yeah, mushrooms, onions, and beets. So let's release the steam. All right, so the steam is done. Let's see what we got. All right, and that is the lovely beets, mushrooms, and onions. Now, I know it may not look appealing. It probably looks like vomit to some people, but trust me, this will make the vegan meat tastes so good. All right, so we now have the vegetables that are cooked and we have the walnuts already. So here's what we're gonna blend it up. As you can see, the walnuts here. Going to put it all in here. I actually have enough, so I don't need to use all of this. Quick tip, these are very addictive, so be careful. So the walnuts are in the blender. What you need next is your broth. I got it from Trader Joe's. Vegetable broth I'm using because you want to stay vegan. So to have it be vegan, get the vegetable broth. Get mine from Trader Joe's. Why? It's cheap there, so that's why. So I'm doing a 1/3 cup of broth. And a 1/4 cup of coconut aminos. Also from TJ. Alright. Let's blend it up. So now it's blended up, it's going to look like this. So next thing we do, we add in the vegetables. So this is the inner base from the Instant Pot. I'm gonna pour all this in here. Don't burn yourself. All right, now that everything's in, we blend it up. All right, so now we just had the second part of blending done. Now we're gonna add the seasonings. We got turmeric, paprika, salt, parsley, cumin, garlic. Oh, and one last thing I forgot. Two things rather, nutritional yeast and black pepper. So some of these seasons I added prior to the walnuts. I would recommend to add them again. Why? Because if you don't, your meat is gonna end up bland. So it's fine to add them again, but not a whole lot. So you might be saying to yourself, how much salt should I add in? Well, it's all about to taste, but I'll show you how much I add in. That much is good. That much is good. That much is good. Parsley. That much is fine. As I said, there's all to taste, and you know, this may look like a lot. In the end, it won't seem like a lot. It'll seem appropriate because this is gonna stretch out a lot. So you can apply a generous coating, but don't go overboard. What will be overboard? Just pouring it and having like the whole like a whole quarter of the container in there, and you're not trying to do that. All right, so that's enough of that. And then now we blend it all up again. All right, so we're done with that part, and now I'm gonna go to the final part of blending. I got my scooper, it's a 1 cup scooper, and I got this. It is the pea protein. This will be the big thing to get it, or rather, to put in it so it can have the protein it needs. And this will make it comparable like that of meat, like real meat that people eat. Yeah. So this is what it looks like with the pea protein on top. Gonna blend it. So I'm gonna let this keep running because it's going to take a while. I have to get everything, I have to just chop up everything and blend everything together. The main reason is because that pea protein is very thick, so once it ends up in there, it's gonna take a while. About 2 minutes or so. If you want to, you can always stop it and pour more liquid so you can get to mix stuff in more. You can add either water or more broth to it at this point if you want to make it easier to mix. So right now it's coming to completion. It's blending a lot quicker than I thought it would, but as you can see like everything is starting to move. So it's grabbing everything faster than I thought it would, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, and it smells really good too. I'll just blend it just a little bit longer, and we'll see what we got. All right, so we're done blending everything. Now we're gonna put it all together. So right now I'm gonna preheat my oven to 400 degrees. I'm also gonna spray the pan that I'm gonna put the meat on. And here's what it looks like. So what am I gonna do with this? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it out. What you do with this? You just basically take it out with your hand. And I'm making burgers with this. Just basically molding it into the shape that I want, which is that of a burger. As you can see, yeah, they're small, but it packs a lot of protein. Okay, so I've made the burgers, well, at least a shape for them. So now it's time to put them in the oven. The oven is already preset to 400, so I'm gonna put it in here for half an hour. So a couple of things to take away while this is cooking. You know, this red stuff, it is very addictive. It tastes so good. So as good as this tastes, that's how good that's gonna taste. Now, yeah, you saw small little burgers that were there. Small little blobs of meat, if you wanna call them that too. But they have a lot of protein. Why? I would just put in 2 scoops of pea protein. Specifically 2 cups. Now, is that a lot of protein? No, let's check. Here's the bag. Yeah, so this has 8 grams of protein in 1 serving. 1 serving is a tablespoon, and there are 91 servings per container. So, I mean, you can do the math on that, and you'll see that you'll get a lot of protein out of it, comparable to that of meat. So, if you're an athlete and you're trying to get enough protein and you're trying to be vegan too, this is the way to go. Yeah, man, I just made such a great meal. There's just one problem. The cleanup. So I just took the burgers out, but they're not done yet. All I'm gonna do is flip them. So getting the spatula. And this is gonna take a while, so I'll see you soon again. So, burgers are now done. Let's try one. Hopefully it's not too hot. Let's see. It's good. It's a little hot, gotta let it cool down, but it is good. Yeah, so that was it, guys. That was vegan meat. If you want to try it, you can try it on your own. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below. You can like and subscribe to my YouTube and my other social media channels. And yeah, that's it. And if you are looking for any health tips, diet tips, life tips, subscribe to me and I'll help you out and take it from there.